Welcome to News Now with Michael Nas. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has concluded plans to prosecute 3 persons who allegedly altered the 2022 presidential pardon list. The 3 indicted persons, according to a report of the investigation by the EFCC, allegedly altered the report of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Prerogative of Mercy to include the name of jailed former managing director of a bank whose case was never considered by the committee. The EFCC report exonerated the acting director of the Administration of Criminal Justice and Reforms Department, Letitia Ayola Daniels, and another official of the Federal Ministry of Justice. The 3 persons indicted in the EFCC report include the senior official in the Secretariat of the PACPM, an Assistant Chief State Counsel in the Federal Ministry of Justice, and an agent of the former bank MD. The EFCC's investigation was informed by a June 6, 2022 letter from the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation requesting the probe of members of the PACPM for alleged conspiracy, abuse of office, bribery, and corruption. The Defense Headquarters has announced the arrest of 2 additional suspects in connection with the June 5 attack on St. Francis Catholic Church in Ondo State. The Director of Defense Information, Major General Jimmy Akbo, in a statement said the suspects were apprehended at the Amiala Farah, Umulafa, Oshe, Ondo State on Tuesday. Akbo said the arrests were made barely hours after the disclosure of the arrests of 4 of the terrorists behind the attack by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo. He said suspects were apprehended through the collaborative effort by military and Department of State Services DSS personnel. According to him, it is instructive to note that Abraham Milim, alongside other high-profile ISWAP commanders, had also previously coordinated attacks on military targets in Okene, Kogi State. Ogun State Governor Dakwa Abiodun has said that residents in the border areas in the state always live in fear as a result of people who move into the country, perpetrate crimes, and cross back to their countries. The governor therefore called on officers and men of the Nigerian Immigration Service to collaborate with other security agencies in the state to check cross-border criminal activities, particularly along borders with the Benin Republic. Abiodun made the call while receiving the new controller of immigration in charge of Ogun State, Yakubu Jibrin, in his office, Oke Mosen, Abeokuta, on Wednesday. Abiodun informed the Immigration Service boss that Ogun is ranked as one of the most peaceful states in the country as a result of his predecessors' collaboration with the government and other law enforcement architecture, assuring that his administration would continue to take steps for a peaceful and harmonious relationship between the state and its neighbors. Jibrin assured the governor that his officers and men were ready to police the nation's borders to checkmate the activities of criminals crossing over to cause havoc in the country. The trial of suspended Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, has been stalled following an application for adjournment by his legal team. At a resumed trial before Justice Adeni Ajayi of the EFCC High Court on Wednesday, counsel to Idris, Godi Uche, told the court that he needed more time to interact with his client following the meeting his client had with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission the previous day, based on the invitation of the anti-graft agency. The defense team accused the EFCC of contempt, stating that the commission lacks the right to continue investigations since the matter is already in court. But counsel for the commission, Rotimi Jacobs, refuted Uche's claims. He said that the suspended Accountant General of the Federation is the one that approached the commission for settlement. After listening to all the parties in the matter, Justice Ajayi adjourned the October 4 and 5, 2022 for the continuation of the trial. The suspended accountant general and his co-defendants had pleaded not guilty to 14 counts bordering on stealing and criminal breach of trust to the tune of 109.5 billion naira against them. Edo State government has stressed the need for women to be allowed to strive in sports. Ikoria reports that the state deputy governor, Comrade Philip Shuaibu, while addressing journalists on preparation ahead of the Nigeria Women Football League to be hosted by Edo State, said the yearly football tournament will drive the government's campaign against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. Comrade Shaibu said the tournament, which will commence on the 7th of September 2022, would feature 12 teams, with 10 coming from the Nigeria Women Football League, to be joined by the 2 best women teams from Edo State.
The men could not qualify for the World Cup. Our female are in the World Cup. The men won only 1 gold medal in the Commonwealth.
No gold medal.
No gold medal in the Commonwealth. The girls won 12 gold medals in the Commonwealth. Somebody told me the last time maybe our president should be a woman, but unfortunately, maybe that will help the problem. But nonetheless, we can see that the girl child education and the support for the girl child is giving, we are seeing results. And you can see that our girls are now confident. They are now making us proud. They are not seeing themselves as second fiddle in the society again. The confidence that we have been able to build in them, we are seeing it materialize in the gold that we just won in the Commonwealth Games. And I can tell you that we will continue to do our best to make these things work. That doesn't mean that we abandon the young men, but that is a challenge for the men, because now they now know they have competitors. If they don't do well, the girls will take over.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has advised all aggrieved party members to reconcile their differences and strengthen the party ahead of the 2023 general elections. Stakeholders in a meeting convened by the governor and the state party leadership said it was a family meeting to reposition the party. Ebuje Ikoria has the details.
Amongst others, came smiling and looked so. Crowd of party supporters outside the venue of the closed-door meeting chanting solidarity songs. After the meeting, stakeholders, including the Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, members of the State House of Assembly and local government council chairmen, amongst others, came smiling and looked suggesting that all is well.
We have to speak the truth to ourselves, how we can reconcile, how we can move on as a party. And you know, the leadership of the party are top of the whole thing. We need to move on. The election is approaching and we have to strategize to win the election. That's why you are seeing us here today.
It's an internal mechanisms in which we are to resolve any lingering grievances within the members, and all the parties leaders who are involved, the leaders of the members, everybody, and at the end of the day, they were happy with the decision that have been taken today.
The message from the governor is a very good thing. He has told them his own experience, what is at encounter. We should all work for the party. We should work for the party so that every one of us will enjoy the dividends of democracy. Because if you don't work for the party, there's no how we win the election.
We are working stronger. We are not closing rank. With which party? We are the biggest party in the whole Africa, especially in West Africa. So we are working stronger for us to have the victory in the forthcoming elections. And we have every resources, every structures to do that.
Some participants, while commenting on the outcome of the meeting, said that the state governor has given a marching order to members of the party to work harder and see that the party is victorious come 2023.
APC will win for both the presidential, the governor, the senators, the House of Assemblies, and House of Rep by God's grace. And the candidates should work together with all the aspirants. They should not look at winners takes all.
All over the world, when the election is over like this, there's tendency that there will be difference between the two maybe aspirant or whatever, because of we have different interests and the rest of them. So that's the reason that it's better for us to reconcile and work stronger.
You know, this is Lagos, and we are winning the election hands down. And the result you are seeing this come 2023 will be more massive than the previous one. I'm assuring you that.
We have a presidential candidate coming from Lagos State. This is a state we cannot toy with, we cannot play with. Having over 7 million votes coming from Lagos, so we are so determined, and every members have subscribed to this. This is what is going to happen.
The APC in Lagos State has been in crisis after its primaries for various positions ahead of the 2023 elections. I, Buji Warrior, reporting for iBrandTV News.